Got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Bro Talk Live, the best show in late night. Boy, you guys, Bro Talk, we're always on the mark. I know y'all over us because y'all waited so long for Ty to get on this camera, and we tried to wait, and he just wouldn't come. It's your main man, Jason, in the director's seat as usual. Let's kick it over to my bro, Dex. What up, man?
Dexter Stuckey, super excited to be here, guys. Happy National Margarita Day. We're going to play a little game. Every time you hear us say the word bro, I want you guys to take a sip of your margarita if you pulled up with one. We are drinking, and we're drinking responsibly all 2022, so you're only allowed to play this game if you're in the comfort of your own home and you're not leaving. Also, happy Black History Month to those of you who celebrate it. And then finally, what?
You didn't say month. Week? You didn't say month. You said month.
Oh, we doing accents? We doing that?
Okay, look, I'm very fine with my accent. I named the title of this episode 222 2022.
Ooh. Good job. Anyway, so after this week, right? I watched. Actually, you know what? Well, I'll talk about it later. Go ahead. Next person.
Ty the God. What up?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. So happy to be here today. Very excited about today's show. Looking forward to spending this time with you all. Jason?
Shakima called you unacceptable. Bill, what up?
Another episode in the land of living. It is Black History Month. My teeth are white, shiny. Ooh. I'm ready to go.
Before we start, sorry to the podcast listeners, but to everyone watching live, I'm going to give a shout out to Sharifa, who is watching the show right now, who is out of the country currently. So Bro Talk Live is international right now.
International. Shout out to everyone tuning in. Huh?
Did I say national?
No, you said international. You said the correct thing.
Oh.
You're not gonna hold it. You're doing fine, Dex. You're not that drunk on National Margarita Day, Will.
I'm not. I don't. This is just a little.
I
hand squeezed my limes for my margarita today. Like this is.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying. Like I'm really like Dexter Stewart.
Is this the first time you've ever squeezed a lime? Like, why are you so excited?
It absolutely is. He is preparing for Cinco de Drinko.
I usually did that little mix. You know, the mix they have in the store.
That one that come in that bottle. Are you so ghetto?
Full of sugar. So I just did it on my own today. It's much healthier.
Bill, very
you
ghetto.
using salt and pepper or no?
No salt, no sugar on the rim.
Just plain. You don't like no type of seasonings. What's going on with that?
And don't.
I am what I am.
We got to wonder about your origins. Texas, Mississippi. You don't use no season?
And I don't.
All right, we're going to start the day off with politics since we're on the precipice of war. I feel like it's appropriate to talk about politics first. President Biden has this little quick summary about, if you're wondering what's happening, what the situation is. Here's the situation.
Yesterday, Vladimir Putin recognized two regions of Ukraine as independent states. And he bizarrely asserted that these regions are no longer part of Ukraine and their sovereign territory. To put it simply, Russia just announced that it is carving out a big chunk of Ukraine. Last night, Putin authorized Russian forces to deploy into these regions. Today, he asserted that these regions are actually extend deeper than the two areas he recognized, claiming large areas currently under the jurisdiction of the Ukraine government. He's setting up a rationale to take more territory by force, in my view. And if we listened to his speech last night, and many of you did, I know, he's setting up a rationale to go much further. This is the beginning of a Russian invasion of Ukraine, as he indicated and asked permission to be able to do from his Duma.
Bill, a little cloudy.
I mean, here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Sir, okay, like, when do we drop the bombs? That's what we want to know.
Not when do we drop the ball? Sleepy decks. It's happening.
Like, that was so boring. Like, why did you play that full thing? Like, that was too much for me.
It was 50 seconds. Like, it wasn't even that long.
Way too long. Like, I didn't need all of that.
It definitely wasn't a 50-second press conference.
Is we about to spend our student loan money helping somebody out with the war?
Is and spend it.
Is we about to spend our money helping? Nah, we ain't got no money for that. We broke.
Already spent.
But
so prayers to all the troops that will be deployed, and hopefully everything turns out perfect.
All right, well, let's not have
we don't stick our nose in another country's war. But
here's
here we
the thing,
go.
though. We're already over there, so
already. But that's not why you come here. That's not why you come to Bro Talk. You don't come to Bro Talk for hard-hitting news. You come to Bro Talk to see the Republicans being
stupid. STOOPID.
Stupid. STOOPID. I love it. That was a character.
This is what she had to say in a little mini rant about AOC.
Stupid. STOOPID. AOC, stop with your nonsense. No one's listening to you because you're just plain stupid.
Jesus.
Nice.
You didn't
very swift analysis. AOC's also getting it from another side. Tucker Carlson had this to say about the Congresswoman.
The funniest of all was hearing Sandy Cortez describe herself as a woman of color. She often does. No one ever dares to challenge that description, but every honest person knows it is hilariously absurd. There is no place on earth outside of American colleges and newsrooms where Sandy Cortez would be recognized as a, quote, woman of color, because she's not. She's a rich, entitled white lady. She's the pampered, obnoxious ski bunny in the matching snowsuit who tells you to pull up your mask while you're standing in the lift line at Jackson Hole. They're all the same. Doesn't matter which shade they are.
Did he call a ski bunny?
He went off for no reason. He called her a white woman. Like, why would you do what?
Why would he do that? Like, what? They can say anything on there now. Like
anything. They say anything on Fox News.
And it's not even just they, it's more so him. Like, he just is whatever, fire me. I don't care.
Yeah,
they let him
it's a rich, entitled white woman. Not recognized as a woman of color in any place except for the schools and the newsrooms in America.
He called her a ski bunny.
He told her she was a white woman and she needed to stop playing.
Threatening you to pull your mask up.
He's like, listen, I had enough of this.
He called her Karen. Speaking of lunacy, Marjorie Taylor Greene is tired of y'all.
And it just bothers me so much. They treat me as if I'm some kind of crazy person, or like I have three horns coming out of my head. But what they don't understand is they're the ones that are crazy.
They,
them. You want to call me crazy, but I have a comeback for you. You're crazy.
Jokes on you. And excuse my language. You crazy person.
Speaking of crazy,
there's a lot more to come out. This is not, I mean, what you're, they may feel that it's gobbledygook, but it's gobbledygook supported by about 1,000 pieces of evidence, none of which have been revealed yet. I happen to have it in my bedroom, or my den, actually. I've had it there for years, as well as the fraudulent election, both.
Why does he have so much stuff in weird places? Remember he was on that podcast in his bathroom last week. This week he has evidence in his bedroom under the bed. Like, what is he talking about?
That gobbledygook.
And the fraudulent election polls. That's what he has also.
I can't take no, what he meant to say was he has the rest of those classified documents that they took from Trump out of Mar-a-Lago. That's what he has.
He looks like he would have wooden teeth too.
Gobbledygook. Did you like that phrase?
I'm gonna see if I can work that into a response a little later on tonight. Stay tuned.
Toya said Marjorie Taylor Greene looks like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler.
And she does with a blouse on.
She absolutely does look like Mickey Rourke.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's so terrible. We are awful. Bill.
Yes.
Let me get you on camera. I need to see this. Bill, have you
You're
seen?
about to try it.
That's right. Have you seen Newt Gingrich lately?
And what strikes me, this is like watching a religious movement. These are people who are now chanting and doing what they do with no regard to reality. And they have a level of contempt for the rest of us. I mean, you watch Hillary Clinton after 31,000 eliminated emails, after having somebody take a hammer to destroy her hard drive, after all the things she's done, she's prepared with a straight face to look at you and me and say, gosh,
I'm waiting
you
for
don't
the
really
lawsuit.
think I did that.
By the way, I'm going to get you a drink of water. We'll give you a Marco Rubio moment.
That's okay.
I'll give you, you know.
Listen.
Jason Lee is reporting exclusively that Newt Gingrich has no.
Well, I mean, at this point, first of all, Newt Gingrich.
I just saw what you did there.
He just got Hollywood Unlocked is reporting exclusively that Newt Gingrich.
Someone from the palace told us that.
Listen, if you said it about Newt, the boy is up there speaking in cursive. He might be.
that voice is
I don't
thin,
want, though,
like wispy. Did you?
I never want us to be on the Zoom call together, right? And then I sound that you're like, oh, we got to get you some water. You're not even in the same room as me. Like, why would you say that to me?
Wispy.
Really, you
get
should
all the air
cup
and
of
the
water here.
I mean, that thing is whipping. You hit, and we go. And I just wanted to let you know. Hello, right? No, sir.
Coughing up a lung. Like, so you sound like Trump. Like, cut it out.
He should have had a bib right up under him while he was speaking.
Not a bib. All right, that was the politics for this week. Now time for the updates.
Then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff.
I'll never get over you last week asking me, oh, did you pick up at this update? Oh, like, what? Really?
Now
Like,
that really caught me off guard. It did.
Two headlines from Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon says he'll wear 2 condoms when having sex from now on because he is the biggest germ freak in the world.
That explains why he has so many kids.
So fucking stupid.
Because you're wearing 2 of them condoms together and they're rubbing up against each other and that friction is popping them. He can't figure out why he's having all these kids, but that's why.
He also says he doesn't have bandwidth for any more children after baby number 8 because he needs to be available.
Bandwidth is code for money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the band.
Clear.
He said he hopes one day. He said he hopes one day. I listened to the podcast he had. He said, I hope one day that all of my children's mothers will be, financially stable enough where they won't need me. They'll be self-sufficient.
Is he crazy?
That's his goal. He said that's his goal.
Well,
one of them
man, I don't look. It's a lie. It's a big investment. So shout out to Nick Cannon and his newest endeavors. Moving on, R. Kelly has hired Bill Cosby's attorney. Because Bill Cosby got off. That's why. So because Bill Cosby got off, he's
technicality. I know that's right.
You know, it could happen. So the lawyer, Jennifer, what's his name? Bonjean says that she just filed an appearance in Mr. Kelly's case and pending Northwest, Illinois. His trial date is set for August 1st, 2022. So we probably won't get an update from R. Kelly's camp until around August.
We
when he
don't
goes.
care.
He also had COVID.
Who
He
cares?
tweeted, understanding many people are concerned about his health and well-being. He's doing well, but there's no question that their COVID policies are putting all inmates in harm's way. Don't care.
You know what? Put people in harm's way, being locked up in a room and having to bang on doors to use the bathroom. That put a lot of people in harm's way too. Go to hell and stay in jail.
Oh, I like that. Go to hell and stay in jail.
Let me tell y'all something. That is a Black History Month call to action. You hear?
Oh, I like that.
That's activism.
That's activism.
Go to hell. Stay in jail.
Enjoy and don't drop the soap. Also, why did you catch COVID in jail? How did you manage to catch COVID in jail?
You know,
and they're breathing on you.
Who?
Definitely, you know, there's breathing on R. Kelly. All that singing he be doing, he be having choir rehearsal. All that breath in the air, someone's bound to have COVID. Choir rehearsal is probably the most dangerous place to be in during this season. Like, absolutely dangerous.
Guess who ain't in the choir no more?
You think they let R. Kelly get the vaccination?
No, they told him no, like they told Candace Owens. Kodak Black is recovering nicely from being shot in the leg, as we reported last week after the Super Bowl at Justin Bieber's after party. Here he is with his friend who was also shot in the leg, it looks like, and they're recovering nicely.
All right, whatever, nigga, take they lick. Won't know nothing, won't know nobody, won't know nothing, won't know nobody, won't that shit. All right, whatever. You hear me? But at the end of the day, nigga ain't hiding this shit. That's what it is. Screenshot it, be happy about it, whatever. Hooray. Celebrate this motherfucker, you hear me? About time. With this motherfucker, man. About time, you hear me? Fuck, nigga. He ain't on that shit. We ain't gotta say no more. That was why he wanted you to sit down, bro. I ain't gonna shit like that.
I love it.
Is that normal for you to like sit in the bed with no clothes on with your friends?
If me and my best friend both got shot in the legs together, we're definitely gonna wear matching shorts together and do a little video for sure. I mean, why not? We got matching casts. Yeah, we got shot in the. We got matching casts, matching bullet wounds. Like, let's do it.
I have some follow-up questions though, right?
What's the follow-up?
The first one is, what language did he speak? It sounded like it was giving me from the Wild Thornberries, and I'm not. Really
it does sound like him.
Let's take a closer look.
All right, whatever, nigga, take they lick. Won't know nothing, won't know nobody, won't know nothing, won't know nobody, won't that shit. All right, whatever.
Right?
You know what's really sad about this?
He was stuttering.
No, he was talking coherently. Like somebody out here understood word for word what he said. I'm just not that person.
Where?
But the crazy part about this, though, is that your friend got shot in the leg simply because they were just hanging out with you, right? That's one thing about it. And this friend obviously broke. It's in there flashing money and stuff like that. Bro, you need to get away from Kodak. You are shot in the leg because you're hanging out with Kodak. Stop being friends with him.
Which brings me to my second follow-up question. All that money they count this money on a twin bed?
Yeah, because they got to pay on them hospital bills. They don't got no insurance.
They really laid up on a twin bed together with matching shorts and no shirts on. Like, nobody cares about this.
Like what you do with your best friend and what they do with their best friends is two totally different. When you get shot in the leg, when you get a matching shot in the leg with your best friend, who knows what you'll do?
Me and my best friend will be laid up in a king size bed at the very least.
So that is the problem. That's the issue.
That is my biggest problem. Like, why are we sitting together in a twin bed? And I got a problem with matching shorts. Like, why buy your own color?
Though, like, what you mean? They're collecting money. Clearly, they're writing out.
Buy your own color. Like, if we both at the store and we see them shorts, you get them in red.
Dave Chappelle has Teflon Dave got 4 new comedy specials from Netflix. He will executive produce 4 new comedy specials following the criticism from his transgender commentary on his latest Closer special. They announced that he will produce, like I said, 4 comedy specials. The first will be with Earthquake. He'll basically introduce each comic, kind of like Comic View. Earthquake will be the first one. That will premiere on February 28th. The second episode will feature comedian Donnell Rawlings, Ashy Larry fame from Chappelle's Show, that yet has a release date. So Dave Chappelle moving right along in his quest to ignore everyone's opinion and to keep pushing along and making money from Netflix. Meanwhile, Monique is still fighting. This isn't Monique. Sorry, this is T.S. Madison. Monique is still
I was
fighting.
about to scream. Do you?
I'm sorry, I didn't think that was the photo that was going to pop up. It's a cat from the video. Monique is still fighting the good fight about being blackballed by Oprah and Tyler Perry. We all know the story, but there were some interesting tidbits in the interview that Monique did with T.S. Madison. Y'all tell me when you've heard enough. You let me know which if you want me to keep going with the clips, if it's interesting to you, or if you're done with the story, because she's been talking about it for the last 3 years. First up, Monique details why she was completely unable to do press as she was requested to do during her Oscars run.
It was one of the festivals. And I said, sis, I'm in the bed with my man and my babies eating chips, watching Curious George. Tell him I said I appreciate it and I love him, but I'm not going to be able to make that one.
Good excuse.
Val. Like you're at work. That's your job.
She said she wasn't paid. Like she already fulfilled her contract, so she was in the bid.
But yeah, and that's always been the thing. Like it was always like, I'm not gonna do this because I'm not getting paid for it. And I understood that because I don't like to do things for free. That's not what you just said just now, though.
Bing bong.
You want to go to the next clip?
Still interested to hear what
let's hear this.
So this is what happened when she confronted Tyler Perry at the Hoodie Awards.
The Hoodie Awards come up with Steve Harvey. Tyler Perry is there. Tyler Perry calls me into his room. He does like this, and everybody disperses.
Oh, wait a minute. Do it again, Monique. Oh.
And everybody disperses except for my security. I said, you don't work for Tyler Perry.
Of course she said.
So Tyler Perry is really that guy, huh?
That's it. Okay.
I wish I would walk away. Like, I can't wait for nobody who thinks that doing this means I'm going to move. It's not gonna work.
I have a question. Why is her voice so deep?
No, she put on that. You know, she doing that. Like, this interview is going everywhere. I'm gonna put that voice on so they can hear me.
Not Monique.
That's that drama voice. You know,
not Monique's voice.
Just being very clear, concise. You guys want to hear more? Because the security guard does not work for Tyler Perry. That security guard is Monique's slave. Okay, that's what she was like.
You move when I clap.
That's exactly what she said. You don't move when he claps. Are you kidding me? Who the hell? You stand right here. Like, that's what she said. She basically called him a slave. Do you want to hear when she admits breaking the law?
I could actually listen to this full interview, to be honest with you. I'm very intrigued.
Okay. Well, let's keep going.
Tyler Perry called my husband and I.
Yes.
And we recorded that conversation. And Tyler Perry in that conversation says, what I did to you was wrong.
Now wait a minute.
Okay.
You record this man's conversation without his permission?
Without explicit permission.
But like, why don't you just press play then? Why can't we hear it?
Because then he's going to snap a lawsuit on
party consent state.
Okay, but like, if you're gonna go out and you're gonna say you did it, like, why don't just? I'm just saying, you've been on this pipe for 10 years at this point, right? You've been going
Has it
about
been that long?
It's been like 10 years. Precious came out in like 2008. So this has been going on for about 10 years now. You would think that if you had a video, audio of him admitting his wrongdoing, instead of us saying you look crazy, wouldn't you just release the audio? I would.
Well, no, because she can't afford to be all sued up. She barely got money as it is. Been blackballed.
But Ty, like, she got blackballed. She said she didn't make money for years. So,
well,
it's not gonna hurt you.
She'll hold on to the money she got, though.
She did tell a lot of people to reach out to Mr. Perry and to see if there was any sort of amicable resolution to this. And here are some of the people that she said reached out.
Al Sharpton called Tyler Perry, and from my understanding, Tyler Perry was like, listen, I don't want to revisit that. I don't have nothing to say about it. Kevin Hart called Tyler Perry. I don't want to revisit. I don't have nothing to say about it. Now, when Al Sharpton heard the tape, because he heard it, he said that man is wrong. and you're like my daughter, so I'm going to have to call him up. Kevin Hart heard the tape. He said, Mo, I called him, and he said he don't want to revisit it. And I didn't push that. I was grateful that he kept his word, and he called.
I love what she said, and he heard the tape. Like she made sure she played the tape for Al Sharpton. Okay.
The issue is that she went to Al Sharpton and not Ben Crump. She should have went to Ben Crump.
Oh,
please. Results.
and Ben Crump don't get no results but a loss.
He got Kim Potter 2 years in jail.
Oh.
Yeah.
More on that a little bit later.
But Jason, I'm not sure if you're done with the clips or not, but we're done with it.
Okay.
We are done.
We are done. Okay, we're done. It was only one more clip left, but we're done. All right, so we'll move it instead to Dexter's favorite segment.
I can't breathe. Will anyone fight for me?
Okay. Well, we actually didn't have to go here anyway. I don't know why I went to this segment at all, but yeah, I don't know. I went to it and it's here now. We'll go into the racist segment of the day. We still had a couple of more to do, but we'll go ahead and just do this.
You went to this segment because you know I can't take it. Like it
was an excellent transition. Kim Potter sentenced to 24 months in prison in the killing of Dante Wright. This is the police officer who pulled a gun instead of a taser, and then shot and killed a young man instead of just tasering him. She's sentenced to, like I said, 24 months, serving 16 months. She will only serve 16 months of that 24-month sentence, with 58 days credited for time served. So that means she has 14 months left to serve. A good result for her. There could still be an appeal, and comments that the judge made would be included in this appeal. Here goes this judge. Her name, what is her name? Regina Chu. What an ethnic name. Regina Chu had this to say when sentencing Kim Potter.
I'd like to make a few parting comments. I recognize there will be those who disagree with the sentence. That I granted a significant downward departure does not in any way diminish Dante Wright's life. His life mattered. And to those who disagree and feel a longer prison sentence is appropriate, as difficult as it may be, please try to empathize with Ms. Potter's situation. As President Barack Obama once said, learning to stand in somebody else's shoes, to see through their eyes, that's how peace begins. And it's up to you to make that happen. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world. Officer Kimberly Potter was trying to do the right thing. Of all the jobs in public service, police officers have the most difficult one. They must make snap decisions under tense, evolving, and ever-changing circumstances. They risk their lives every single day in public service. Officer Potter made a mistake that ended tragically. She never intended to hurt anyone.
She started crying in the middle, like crying, like sobbing in the middle of that sedative, lethargic ass speech. How do you feel? Well, before we even get to that, this is what City Girl JT had to say about it. Kim Potter got the same thing I got for fraud, for murder. So City Girl JT is not at all happy that she had to do the same 2 years that Kim Potter has to do. The sentencing, I'm sure you guys are disappointed. Do you have words to express your disappointment?
All I know is dark skin has never brought forth any tears during a sentencing hearing. And it's really a shame. Like
crying. The judge crying.
Like they see black
what?
people in jail every day with not nary a tear. But God forbid this person murder somebody. We have to.
God forbid. Could you imagine if Daunte Wright would have murdered Kim Porter, like by mistake? Like, could you
She would have
imagine
had him hanged.
if they would have been wrestling with the gun? He turns the gun and shoots her. Could you imagine what he would have got?
Well, it shouldn't have been a gun though. Remember, it was a taser. Like I think that you have to be at the end of the day, whether you think that she's guilty or not. And the biggest thing about this, you're a police officer, so you have to be held accountable for messing up. Like you said that you were trying to use a taser and you used the gun. Like with that alone, like that, I'm sure that's one of the reasons why they fired you. You're not a police officer anymore, which is irritating that the judge kept saying officer because she wasn't an officer. That's one. And then two, like, is there no accountability for using a taser? I mean, using a gun instead of a taser? Because if that's the point, what's stopping the next person from doing exactly that? Instead of saying like, "Oh, I felt like my life was threatened," they won't use that. They'll say, "Oh, I thought this was a taser."
16 months. That's that's what's going to
the going rate.
Yeah,
that's
the going
rate.
Rate.
Sad. That's
ridiculous. Wow. That's what it is. Speaking of sad, Wendy Williams is leaving her show once and for all. It has been named that the Sherry Shepherd Show. Actually, not the Sherry Shepherd Show. It's called Sherry. She announced today on her Twitter page, as many of you saw Wendy Williams' show today, I announced that my new talk show, Sherry, will premiere this September. I'm grateful for your support. As part of her deal, Wendy Williams released a statement through her publicist saying her publicist, of course, is named Howard, because of course she's going to have a Jewish publicist, Howard Bragdon. She, more than anyone, understands the reality of syndicated television. You can't go to the marketplace and sell a show that's the maybe Wendy show. She understands why this decision was made from a business point of view, and she has been assured by Debnar Mercury, which is the publishing company of her show, that should her health get to a point where she can host again, and should her desire be that she hosts again, that she'll be back on TV at that time. So this is the end of the road, seems like, for the Wendy Williams show. Sherry thanked Wendy, saying so appreciative that Wendy Williams has issued a statement supporting my new talk show. Wendy did not issue that statement. I could once again confirm that was just a publicist or spokesperson for Wendy Williams speaking on behalf of her. I don't know why she tweeted that. That's really weird. So Curtis is also saying that Wendy posted on her IG to her publicist, like it wasn't actually Wendy. So we'll see what happens of that. Hopefully Sherry Shepherd has a nice little run, and Wendy Williams maybe comes back in another role and does some little part-time work.
Has she been entertaining so far? Did anybody watch her?
I watch it. Sherry's been pretty decent. It's just that, I mean, just the way they're going about this is just a little weird. To me.
Like, well, it is weird. It's private. You try to be private. Like, I get it, but it's just like, it's weird.
But it kind of comes across sneaky too, though.
Yep.
Even today when Sherry was talking about it, it was like, Wendy's the queen. She's so great. I have a new show coming out. Wendy's amazing. I have a new show coming out. And it's just kind of like, which one is it? You gonna big this woman up? Or you gonna, I got a new show coming out. Like, which one is gonna be? It was weird, and it was very like self-serving. I think
now is she going to model her show like the Wendy Williams show, but it has the slap her name?
I'm not gonna be watching that show. I'm just saying, like, I happened to catch it today, and I'm assuming that it's gonna be the same staff. Like, she did say that John Murray, or is that name? John Murray would be running her show. Yeah, she said he would be running her show, so I guess maybe that's a difference. But I'm assuming they would keep the same staff because essentially they're canceling Wendy Williams and giving Sherry her spot. She didn't say what time the show comes on, which I'm sure is going to be in the same time slot as Wendy Williams.
It'll be a Black Kelly Clarkson show, and that's that's what Sherry Shepherd that's what Sherry Shepherd's good at. So
I
wish her
agree.
the best of luck in the future. All right, time. We're not going to talk about Kanye and not delivering the album because that's what we expect. He sold $200 on a stem player, and he's supposed to deliver the album at midnight last night. Didn't happen, and of course it didn't because Kanye. Moving on. Time for Q&A.
I got a question.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I know you don't want to talk about like Kanye and this whole situation, but if you this past weekend listened to Power 104.7 on Baltimore, we did discuss this. Jason and I did discuss that Kanye West is putting this album out on the stem players, and we also said that the album more than likely is not going to be out on time. Jason, I was right. Guys, make sure you tune in to Jason's show, Culture Check. It's on Power 104.7 at 10 from 10 to 12 on Saturday mornings. Questions?
I got a question. I got a question.
And I mean, that was a way to bring it on in. Make sure you do check out Power 104.7. All right.
That's right.
This week, we're going to deal with some questions. Hey, y'all threw some doozies last week. I hope y'all lives are messed up again this week.
We sure did. Doozies all around, right?
Doozies all around.
All right, here we go.
Doozy number one.
Can you see that, or do you need me to enlarge?
Oh, you see this? I listed.
We need to enlarge your territory. Is that what we need?
Enlarge my territory.
All right, here we go.
Here we are. We've got Gone in 60 Seconds. Raggedy A. Rusty. Y'all know I can't talk like that on TV.
We know.
Dark Energy and Sunday Service.
Oh, these all seem pretty good, Artie. Sometimes you be titling.
I love how you say sometimes. All the time, I give you good titles.
It's weird. The two that stick out to me is Raggedy Ass Rusty and Sunday Service.
Well, if Sunday Service got to do with church, I want to
Gone
do
in 60 Seconds is dragging me in though.
Not me.
That's somebody who did some shady ass stuff.
What, Dark Energy?
No, I don't.
I don't want that. I don't want the Dark Energy.
So let's do Dark Energy.
No, I feel like we should do Dark Energy. All right, Bill pick Dark Energy. Let's do it. Let's go.
Is it good, Jason?
It's all right.
All right, so my neighbor is creeping me out. It all started with me hearing her screaming and crying, saying, "Get away from her, you demon."
Oh.
I was confused when I heard it and tried to find where the noise was coming from because it sounded like she was in distress but had no luck. When I was taking the trash out the day after, I opened my door to a girl I had never seen before, and she then handed me a Bible and a note saying, "Sorry for being so loud. Your neighbor in apartment 7." Seemed scared and nervous. I thought this was very odd and called the cops to do a wellness check, but from what I heard, they just asked if she's okay and checked her ID. Then she started putting notes on my door quoting Bible verses. She also left flowers on pins at my door. The notes seem like she's trying to send me a message to find God or something. But then today, one of the notes said, "By the way, I hear you say Satan a lot." I game at night, and she probably hears me, but I've literally never said Satan. I don't know what's going on, but she's creeping me out a little bit. What should I do?
Move.
That apartment lease is up in 12 months. Get out and don't look back.
Yeah, leave. Next.
Clearly, very okay.
Yeah. Unless you're gonna put blood in her mouth, which I don't think you want to do.
And ain't because she gonna put supernatural blood in your mouth.
Supernatural blood.
Hey, can we please do Sunday service?
Let's get. You're on mute. Gotta unmute. I mean, you bumping them gums good too.
I was saying she can't stay in her apartment. Like, what's going
No.
on?
No. You don't like the steak, you need to go to another
It's just the apartment. Go on, give it on up, baby. It's time to go.
Right. You ain't because it's clear you ain't got God, and them demons gonna wear you out. Get on.
Next thing you know, they'll be dragging you up and down the wall, slide you across the roof, and spinning that net. You better get your ass out of there. So time to go. Look, we'll be fooling around with them people. Well, it's time to go.
Let me go get my old for this. They're talking about demons.
Rent too damn high anyway. Go on and get your
right.
All right, we got raggedy ass Rusty or Sunday service. Which one?
We can do
I say Sunday service.
All right.
Do you think it's good though?
They're both about the same. Raggedy Rusty is a little
We're doing
shorter.
both fast.
Yeah, we can do
like
both fast. They're both fast. None of them need any sort of like explanation, like super explanation.
I come on, enlarge my territory. You know,
You can't see that, Bill. Jesus.
Y'all, come on now. I went through a bad breakup in December, and I've been finding my way and experiencing life. My cousin and a close friend think I'm being too promiscuous and abusing alcohol and marijuana. Last weekend, we were on a girls' trip for my birthday, and they wanted to take me out for a surprise. When I arrived and took the blindfold off, we were at church. I asked what was going on here, and they said, I need Jesus in my life. I am pissed that they would do this to me. How would you all handle this? I have not spoken to either of them in a week. And by the way, I wasn't dressed for church. I was dressed for a brunch in Miami.
Yo, could you imagine you wearing a mini dress that you about to go to brunch and have a good time, and they bring you to? I would beat your ass in at the church house. Like that ain't gonna work.
Dress. You know it was popping too. That lip gloss was popping. That lip gloss was cool.
That ain't gonna work. And you put a blindfold on me, run them hands. We fighting. Like this is ridiculous. You could have did this at home. You waited till we were on a trip to bring me to a church.
It's really dumb. I think that's funny. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, I feel like you should have a conversation with them about boundaries and whether or not that they respect you. They respect your boundaries.
There's no real
they can't
for this.
Because at the end of the day, even if they're trying to convert you, like that's not the way to do it. Like so, they're just.
But y'all, think about how wild this girl had to be Saturday night for the first thing they do Sunday morning. But you gotta go to church. We did some stuff Saturday night.
No, like honestly, if my friends did that, be real with you, I'm gonna fucking go. I must be.
We fighting. We gotta fight.
I'm just like, you know what? Y'all got it.
But think about what Dex said, right? Like how much did you have to do the night before that we think the only way to get you right is you got to go to God, man? Like what?
We on vacation too. We on vacation too. So we're like, you know what?
Right.
We got to go to church. That means they got on Google and found the closest church. They like,
they gonna drag her to the altar. Okay. Listen,
come to the altar.
See, you asking the wrong question. The real question is where you need to sign up for rehab or therapy or something, because you are out of control.
Your friends ain't know what else to do. I mean, they care about you. So
it is kind of weird though that the person who says I'm promiscuous, I have drug problems and alcohol problems, all of a sudden we're telling them to beat the other person up. You do have the problem here. Like you are the problem here.
At the point, they didn't even call your mom. They went to the highest power they knew. You have to get it together.
Should we save Raggedy Rusty for next week, or should we do it now?
Can we do it quickly?
Just do it real quick.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, here we go. My wife is very protective of our dog, Rusty. I agree with her that Rusty should not receive table food. Yesterday, my wife put a large pile of dog vomit on my desk. She said it proves I have been feeding Rusty. Her accusation is not true. I may have done some peculiar things in my time, but I have never put vomit on someone's desk. I held my temper at the time because I didn't want to overreact, but I was pretty pissed off. How should I respond?
Jesus.
I always, like when I have a choice, push the overreact button.
Always.
What you're not about to do is come slam vomit on my desk in the middle of whatever the hell I was doing.
Right, but now that he didn't do that, what does he do now? Because like you can't have an attitude to
yes, you can.
This probably happened last week.
Do it all the time. Listen, women do it all the time.
So you want to have an attitude
about? Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was thinking about the time you put that vomit on our desk, and I was quiet about it. But let me tell you how I really felt, and then go all the way off.
I'm going to say these couple things. Right,
If you
first
want
thing
more
I'm gonna say
marriage
is,
advice, you come to me and let me know.
life is short. Life is very short. You need to cuss them people out while you thinking about it. Okay, don't go holding on to no cuss out 3 weeks because they be up and dead and you couldn't cuss them out because you ain't cussing at the funeral. Okay, so go on and cuss them out right now. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you're not feeding the dog, why do you feel it necessary to go ahead and tell us you've done some peculiar things?
I was thinking that, like, leave that dog alone. I'm about to call the people on Rusty. I don't want
I'm,
Rusty
like,
in the house.
I'm not completely innocent, but you know.
I don't know what that means.
Right. What are you over there doing to Rusty? Dex, phone up to people, okay, and get them out there to check on Rusty.
Yeah.
All right, tell them where they can go.
If you or someone you know is doing peculiar things to a dog in your life, do write us at www.brotalklive.com/questions. Jason
and Company. Jason and Company. Yo.
All righty then. Got a big weekend videos, guys. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go. First category, bigger misunderstanding. These are people who had a misunderstanding, and I want you to let me know which one was the biggest. Duh. Here we go. Number one, biggest misunderstanding. This one, I don't even know what I'm leading into, but I'll just play the clip.
Y'all cute. Why you? Let's go. Bitch, I will beat you up. All right, hold on, because these bitches want to play. Bitch. Bitch, don't ever in your motherfucking life do my motherfucking car like that, bitch. Come here, hoe. Exactly, bitch.
What?
She was honking. The girl thought she was honking because she was in the crosswalk, but she was honking her to say that she was cute. And the girl cussed her out.
But you see, when you living wrong and you doing wrong, she knew she was wrong because she was in the crosswalk. You shouldn't have been there. You know when you're doing wrong, you always overreact. That's when people overreact immediately when they doing wrong, and that's why you got yanked to the ground.
You look so confused.
But why you just like yank her hair to the ground and then that was it?
Because if you would have got up and you would have came up here, you would have saw the rest of it. But you knew. I let you walk away, and I let you get yourself together. But let me tell you, if you try that again, that will be your last.
Y'all cute. Why you? Let's go. Bitch, I will beat you up. All right, hold on, because these bitches want to play. Bitch. Bitch, don't ever in your motherfucking life do my motherfucking car like that, bitch. Come here, hoe. Exactly, bitch.
She was the aggressor. She walked over to her and
she didn't walk. She didn't walk. You see how fast the camera started moving? She's like, I'm gonna catch you.
No. I'm talking about the one that got that hair pulled to the ground.
Because she didn't think the girl was gonna do nothing. Austrians always think they got the right of way when it comes to cars. These cars will hit you.
And she was drunk. She
definitely was toasty.
That was
that
was a weird situation.
Yeah, very weird. Misunderstanding, you know, it's a misunderstanding. She thought she was honking for one reason. She was honking for a completely other. Like that car was sitting there on the curb, like just fumes, exhaust, just happening. Second one happened when a homeless man was given change.
And played the fuck out of him.
What's going on? Told you I was gonna bless you.
Watch till the end.
Bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucking change.
So you gonna throw my motherfucking change back?
You
gonna throw the motherfucking change back?
He tripping, I ain't gonna lie, dude.
Yeah, nigga, you gonna try to take my motherfucking beers, bro? Hell no. Man, how you gonna just throw the change back at me? How you gonna throw the change back at me? How you gonna throw the change back at me? All right, let's shut the.
that a misunderstanding, or he was like,
He
I am
needs.
vexed.
He took the $5 back. He took the money back.
I am
Yeah,
vexed.
he needed to get that $5 back though. Topics. It's only $5. You need topics
Like the
right up
hairline?
in here. Yeah, the hairline was. Yeah, he needs
I
some
have an
topics.
overwhelming issue with people that feel the need to record every good deed they do.
Why?
Just do it. Like what's your whole thing? Like
What's the
this
issue
man
with
is-
recording?
well, if he wouldn't have recorded, we would have gotten that golden video. That was good.
I don't have an issue with people recording, but I will say
But you
though, like
don't.
I've been in this situation before where I was offering a homeless man like food or whatever, and it was like I was like, oh, I have like the sandwich or whatever from lunch, and he's like, oh, what is it? He's like, oh, it's a tuna fish sandwich. I don't eat no fucking tuna, and threw my sandwich on the ground. I never.
And you should have, because you was probably recording like you used to do.
Is that the man?
That's
Is
the
that the one you
problem.
went back and spit on?
No, the one that I spit at was the one who told me that he would piss on me and turned around while he was pissing.
Like
and,
what? But
spit at me.
But
So
why
I
would
did
you
that from
record
across the street like a fool?
why would you record a man at his lowest point? He's already at a low point in his life.
I didn't record him,
Y'all
but like the thing is,
whipping out these cameras.
But he didn't record it. The driver recorded it. He didn't record it.
He told him to record. You know, he told his homie to record that. Just like Dex told him to hold this camera while I go over here and feed this homeless man.
Oh, hold on.
But if a person recording them doing a deed like that to a homeless person makes them feel better and makes them want to donate more, or make them donate, what's the issue?
You're exploiting a man at his lowest.
Is it really being exploited if you don't know?
You went over there, and fed them in cat food, and you thought he was gonna be okay.
No,
you thought he was gonna be okay.
You're right. I agree.
But Bill, if he was to use that $5 and went to go get a biggie bag, or 4 for $5 from Wendy's, because they don't do 5 for $5 no more. It's probably gonna be 3 for $5 next year. But if he was going to get a 3 for $5 from Wendy's, they charge tax, so he's going to need that change. I don't know why he was so mad. I would have said thank you and took the change.
Oh, right. So he shouldn't have threw the change at him. But y'all, like all this recording, like y'all need to get y'all lives together. Y'all doing all this record, like y'all need to be slapped.
All right. Who had the bigger misunderstanding? Was it the woman who was in the
Well,
crosswalk?
clearly the homeless man there had the biggest misunderstanding. I mean, we don't even know where we stand. Like, are we mad that he recorded? We mad he threw the change? Like, we mad at the hairline? We all over the place with that one. So they definitely win there.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Who needs to stay in school more? Is it this kid who plays ding dong ditch and is not good at it?
That's what you get.
You can't go fall out the street like this. Now, as big as he is, he gonna bang through the door. You coming through my front door? I got to.
But you know what? That's why his friends be encouraging him to come, because they like, if we get caught, it's gonna be him, because he can't catch it. He can't keep up with us, so he gets invited to all the parties.
Look where all the kids are. Look where he's at.
Also,
look at
why you know I'm the slowest out of the three of us. Why would y'all have me go knock on the door with my heavy-handed stuff?
You know why?
You know why?
You know exactly. Why.
That's so funny. Banging like he did
that
that.
in the gym class, and they knew what he had to offer,
and they knew he was going to hammer that door down while they could get a head start.
Offensive tackle. Or should this person who's standing up for civil rights stay in school instead of going out to the outside assembly and protest?
Yalsoa High School had a walkout today, and this Lilith girl had said this.
I am so glad that years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King, the first black man, ended slavery. Because if not, people would be whipped every day for thousands.
Bless your heart, poor baby. But it's time for you to come down.
I mean, and here's the thing: they left her tail up there because they don't want that critical race taught in school anyway.
Now, when you say ended,
Listen to the commentators around. Look at the people like in the crowd.
Y'all saw a high school had a walkout today, and this Lilith girl had said this.
I am so glad that years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King, the first black man, ended slavery. Because if not, people would be whipped every day for thousands.
No.
And you know what? She practiced this in front of her mom. Her mom was like, "You do it, baby girl. You did that.
You're doing great, sweetie."
The first black man. That's what she said.
I think it's Jesus. Like, what's happening here?
Who needs to stay in school more?
Her. For sure.
I mean, what's the point? Her school ain't teaching then. She ain't gonna teach that. She's
School ain't gonna help
You
nothing.
ain't gonna teach you nothing. You're a dummy. You will never know nothing. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody need you. Take
She
your.
need to go on down.
Nice Precious helping this show out so much today.
So much. More out of line. Contestant number 1. Bill's mouth.
To be kidding me.
He wins. There's nothing more out of line than that.
You know.
On both ends of the table, too. You let her do that, too.
I'd have smacked. First of all, I'm eating, and you brushing that dog hair out while I'm sitting here eating.
That dander.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
On a cruise too, like you sitting there eating a little grilled chicken sandwich.
I'd push her over.
Push overboard.
This is the only solution, right?
The only
Put
solution.
your ass in the water. Because you don't know, because you dumb.
Because you really
want
want
to
to
be to free your ass too.
The dander. There's no way he knew her. Like she knew her because first of all, look at the girl's face. Like she's not recording herself. Like someone's recording for her. And oh my god, look at the brush bed. I don't know. Maybe she did know her.
No, she absolutely not.
Okay, but even if you know me, I don't want you doing all that behind me. Like, do you not see me here?
I'm telling you, I would have smacked that phone in the water. And if you want it so bad, you can go get it. I'll send you with the phone. But like, why would you think that's okay?
Can you imagine being on a cruise and somebody smacks your phone in the water?
Well,
and
like that I will.
And
well,
you
Dex did the whole wedding without a phone. The whole so he knows about.
So you'll be very miserable. I'm ready to go home.
And she got that booty do on my elbow. Y'all know what booty do is, right?
Yeah, I know what that booty do. When the booty stick out, when the tummy stick out more than the booty do.
All on that child elbow.
Got Ty, did you jump off the ledge?
He did. Next contestant and more out of line.
There's black. There's a difference between black and niggers.
So in case you didn't hear, he said there's blacks and there's niggers.
He said there's
black. There's a difference between black and niggers.
Oh shit.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
No.
Come out your mouth again. Shut your goddamn mouth. Watch your goddamn mouth. Fuck yeah.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
16 slash to the face.
Let me tell you something. That blessed my spirit. You hear me? Our ancestors are proud of that right there. That they're grateful.
16 slaps to the face.
You got to smack the taste buds off of that tongue. Go for it.
It's a lot of slaps.
My word.
My word. My.
My. That soothes my soul.
Is that enough? Do you feel like that was what was out of line? Him saying the N-word twice? Because he got slapped 11 times. Then he said, "You know what? You're still a nigger." And then he I don't know why he did that. Like, you got beat up so bad the first time. Like, why would you go back and still talk it? Like, what's wrong with you? You know what? Even with all this blood in your mouth, you'll always be a nigger.
Why do you sound like Vince McMahon when you do that?
That's a picture. So bad. So who's more out of line?
Dandruff. Obviously.
Dander is more out of line than saying the N-word to someone?
He got what he deserved. Dandruff didn't.
The other video, I agree with Will, but that video needs to be played back at the Bro Talk Awards. So we might as well put that in the notes now, because that's a doozy there.
Then it said these people are mentally ill. At the all that they still be talking. 100%. All right. Last but not least, who hates their job more? Contestant number 1, Summer Walker.
Hey, my concert is being live streamed right now on Twitch with Amazon Music. Tap the link to tune in.
I guess.
Oh, she hates it.
He hates it so much.
Hey, my concert is being live streamed right now on Twitch with Amazon Music. Tap the link to tune in.
Hates it.
She just wanted to sing and get money for it. She never wanted all this.
Never asked. Didn't know it was part of the
He was
job.
looking to be one of them C-list celebrities, and it didn't happen.
Audio only. Who does she hate her job more than this FedEx driver?
That's pretty good, actually. It's
Made
pretty
it to the door. You made it to the doorstep.
I think FedEx is in the wrong job. We need to look at some quarterback positions.
I was gonna say that's pretty good.
Yeah, that boy got an arm on him, don't
That
he?
boy got an arm.
Yeah, it's pretty good if that's not your phone, like your iPhone 13 that you've been waiting all week for.
No. Brady's out, Roethlisberger's out. There are a bunch of openings. You need to get on in. That's good.
Tight spiral.
That was good, man.
At least you got the package. Most of them be out here stealing. So count your losses.
That's very true. Very true. But I'm sure, yeah, like I said, if it was eggs, maybe from Amazon Fresh, I don't think that would have been the best way to receive those.
I'd be ordering some stuff that people throw at the door like that. I'd be like, yeah.
Because the deliverer can't really see what's in the package, I don't think. But, we'll see. They say he had a slingshot. There's no way he was that accurate. No way. That's a tight spiral. And that was Jason and Company for the week.
Oh, yeah! Woo! I can slap a tornado. I can dry up a sea, yeah. When I live for the moment.
There ain't no stopping me. That is Matt Hardy version.
Come on, work it out.
He did. It was like version 1 or something. I forgot how he did it, but that was Matt Hardy version. Look at time. That was Matt Hardy version 1. Like circa 2007, 8 or whatever. All right, so Dex's BS report. I tell 3 stories. 2 of these stories are true. 1 of these stories is false. It's up to these guys and you guys in the comments to tell me what's true and what is false. The TV show Author, they're coming up on their very last season.
What's the name of that TV show?
Author. Is it Author?
Arthur.
Oh, Arthur. Okay. Arthur is coming up on its last season. They've been on the air for 25 years, and they're going to end the show this year with a bang. They're going to grow the characters up, and then they're going to go ahead and pull them off the PBS lineup. All right, the second story, pop singer Christina. Okay. Pop singer Christina Aguilera is done with pop music. She actually held a funeral for her music because she is going to now perform punk rock music. And then finally, there are thousands in Arizona who are a little upset with a deacon because he used incorrect wording for decades while performing baptism. He used the words I and we interchangeably throughout a passage, and that was incorrect according to how they're supposed to be doing it. So a lot of people are a little pissed off about that and feel that their baptism was done in vain. All right, guys, what's true? What's a lie?
Number two is a lie. I don't think Christina Aguilera, as you called her, is doing specifically punk rock music.
Okay. Will, Ty?
That deacon story is not true.
Will?
Bill, you gonna pick? Yeah. Bill, you gonna pick author?
Are you gonna pick author?
Actually, I know that the deacon story is not true because it wasn't a deacon that was not properly baptizing people. It was one of them priests in the Catholic Church.
Oh.
And the people wasn't mad.
You got that in the newsletter? They sent that around?
And you know they did.
No, I did do that too.
Okay, wait. I think I might have messed up though. I did say a deacon, but I meant to say a pastor. I meant to say a priest. But the lie was the Christina Aguilera story. Demi Lovato, who now is being called they have decided that they are no longer going to sing pop rock music. Pop music. So they held a funeral for their pop music dying because
we didn't care.
They felt like the pop music scene is dying as well.
And
I think I like one Demi Lovato song.
And let me tell you
something.
Not sorry. She didn't sing. Yeah. They don't sing.
Yeah. That's the one.
Wasn't no singing going on.
And that has been Dexter. And that has been Dexter's BS report for the week.
Struggling to get
this week, bro.
Because I was thinking about Arthur, and I'm like DW and DS and BS. It's just too much going on. You guys are like giggling like sissies when I was cool girls. When I was like
who? Like who? Who was giggling?
Next.
Dex, how we was giggling.
It's time for this segment. It's time for all the sissies to pass out the
sissy time.
Give me y'all sissy niggers, because there's a difference between niggers and black people. Sissy niggers got seats. Y'all let us know.
Oh my God.
Actually, I would like to say the views of Tyson Gross do not apply for those that Bro Talk Live for the rest of us.
He did not put the N word in front of the sissies when he said it. So just know. All right, Ty.
That really pissed me off. I hate you.
You hate us.
What? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
I was asking, you typically give your seat first when you have one.
No, I just assign one of y'all. Jason?
You know, I don't have one.
Ooh, what? Well,
I do. I'm actually going to seat Foot Locker and the manager at the Foot Locker. So I bought I went to Foot Locker.
Which one? You gotta let him know.
He only goes to the Franklin Mills one.
I don't go to Franklin Mills.
Okay, well, you lying? Or if you're not lying, then I'll just pull him up.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
So part of my Sunday routine is I go to the mall, go eat, go to the mall, walk around, do a little shopping, then I go home after church. Went to the Foot Locker, bought a pair of New Balances that I really, really like. They went, with some outfits. They came up, they were like, I got home, went through them. They were coming apart at the sole. So I took them back to the thing, and I was supposed to get the new pair over the course of this week. Do you know I still have yet to receive my new pair of New Balances? So Foot Locker has to have a seat because, first of all, why are sneakers coming apart at the soles? What are y'all doing? Are y'all not making sneakers in America?
No, of course they're not. What are you talking
about?
No,
they're not. Also, they refuse to give you that Army discount.
And refuse.
Again?
And refuse. I had to jump through hoops. Them people made me go, well, did you sign up over here? Did you call the hotline? Did you verify your information over here? We need your social security number. We need your blood type. We need your dog tags.
The guy at the person who worked there also served in the army. That's the only reason you got it.
For a 15% discount.
Not 15%.
Y'all go to
What
hell.
are we going to do with that? Okay.
Dex, you have a seat?
I do have a seat. My seat is going to go to Hollywood Unlocked. So earlier today, Hollywood Unlocked posted a message that said, HU exclusive, Queen Elizabeth dead. That's all they put in there. That's what they put. But then if you scroll and you read the caption, it says, mind you, Hollywood Unlocked is like an American gossip blog, right? So they write, sources close to the royal palace notified us exclusively that Queen Elizabeth has passed away. You can't do stuff like that. Like, first off, and this was posted 7 hours ago. It's 11:23. It's 11:23 on the East Coast. So this was posted 7 hours ago today, right? No other outlets are posting this or anything like that, which to me, it's still up there, which to me leads me to actually believe that, like, even if this is true, it's one of those things where the family hasn't been notified. Like, it just wasn't something that's supposed to be out right now.
Bill, you said we're going to know by 8 o'clock tomorrow, right?
Here's the way. There is actually a protocol when a monarch in England dies, and if it happens after a certain time, nobody is notified until 8 o'clock a.m. except the immediate family. They all gather to Buckingham Palace, and then like they go through the ritual. Then they plan a funeral service, and then at 8 o'clock the following morning, the BBC is the first news source to release it. So nobody in the palace is told. Whoever is at Hollywood, whatever or another, they don't know. They just bump it.
Wait a minute. How do you know? How do you know that the BBC is going to be the first to report? The BBC wasn't around the last time a monarch died. Like
the BBC was around the last time a monarch died, and it was Queen Elizabeth II's father, and they notified her first, and then the BBC notified the country, right? So they all have to be in black. Like there's an entire protocol. The entire family has to be in black.
I don't really care. I don't really care about
wrap it up.
All I'm saying is that I just think it's Jason. I know, but
I want the insider information.
The London Bridge is not down. The London Bridge is holding strong.
Overall, I think it's just one of those situations where I just think it's tacky of this blog to post it. I just didn't think it was necessary. That's the point I was making.
Bill, what's the percentage that you think the Queen is dead?
The Queen is alive, and I'm telling you, London Bridge is holding on so that bald-headed son of hers don't get the throne. She is holding on out of spite. You hear me?
So you're saying 0% chance that the Queen is dead?
0 that she's going to let Camilla and Baldy on the throne. 0. 0.
Ty, what are you predicting? Is Hollywood Unlocked right or wrong? Like, what are you saying?
That Queen dead as a doornail. They propping that ass up in the closet. No, she dead as a doornail. Her ass gonna fall right out the damn closet when you open that.
Right, so we got 0% for Bill, 100% for Ty. Dex, what's the percentage that Jason Lee is right? 100%. 100%.
She's dead as a doornail, bro.
Like the thing is,
protocols and that bitch dead.
The thing is,
I was reporting that she was in isolation yesterday.
They said she had COVID. Because to be honest with you, this may be one of those situations where like she went on to glory maybe quite some time ago, and now it's time to announce it. So it's like, look, I know COVID takes us out. But COVID been weak lately. COVID ain't been taking us out like that. You just got it yesterday and you did today. I don't know about that.
She is in advanced age, so she's right.
She keeps up an active lifestyle for a 95-year-old.
Have you seen that hunch in that back? Have you seen that back?
Elizabeth Regina is still in the land of the living.
Her middle name is Regina?
No, Regina is Latin for queen. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you had said her middle name was Regina. I was going to lose my mind. I was about to.
Elizabeth Regina Windsor is still alive.
Well, thank God for her, because thank God for the first white woman who ended slavery. If it wasn't for her, people would still be getting whipped.
Here we The best
Long
speaks
live
of
the
the year.
queen.
Amen. Long live the queen. And
Yes, let them eat cake.
We're
done with
moving. We are moving.
Yeah,
Okay,
that-
we're moving. We no, thank you, Dex. We are not.
Don't make the one statement I make be the most outrageous thing that happened in that segment. Like
you have been saying outrageous things all author Aguilera. Like Dex, we need to sit you down with
Aguilera. That's what I heard. A little Q in there.
You know what y'all need to do?
Aquilera.
I had a
Aquilera.
margarita. I had a margarita today. Y'all need to take me on a trip and take me to church. That's what I
Definitely need to. Abuse.
blindfolded
All right.
the church.
Ty, you want to wrap it up?
We're gonna take Dex to one of them little meetings they be having in the church corners.
All the alcoholics meet over here at church at 2:30.
Thank you all for your our next segment is coming up. Are we done?
Are we done? The Dex for Ty, for Bill, for Jason. This has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. We are out of here. Hit the button, Jason. Thank you.
Hit the button. We're done.
Get us out of here.
Hit it.
God bless.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Any announcements to make? We good? Dex, you good?
We're done.
Jason, hit the button. We're
Culture
done.
check. 10 a.m. Saturday, Eastern Standard Time. Pacific. Wake up 7 a.m. with me. Clean your house. We live power1047.com. For Dex, for Ty, for Bill. This has been another edition of Bro Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. We out.